Good to go. Got this.
That's already on. It's already on.
I'm going to be moving your guys' mics around because I want to see your face. Yours is good. I just can't see you very well.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers.
Hi, good afternoon. Turn this on. This is Vincent Villafranco with Keeping It Real Estate. It's going to be a real exciting day today. And right now we're having some little bit of technical difficulties, and I'm having trouble hearing myself, but I think we're still working. We really have a really great show today. I have Jerson Andrade, as well as David Doane, formerly of Classe A in the mid-'80s, a very popular DJ group in the South Bay. They also went to the North County as well, and brought a lot of people together and had some really good times. But yeah, so Jerson, how are you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. How about you, Vince?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to hold this together, and I'm having a little difficulty here. And I have David Doane. How are you, sir?
Good, Vince. How you doing today?
Good.
Thank you for the invitation. Glad to be here.
No, I'm glad you guys made the time to come here. But the reason why I had these two guys here is because growing up in the South Bay, I am Filipino American. I was born in Virginia, and in San Diego in the South Bay, we had a very large Asian Filipino community. And so there were several DJ groups that came about in the mid-'80s, Class A being, I think, the most popular one. And there's a couple more that I don't really remember their names, but this group came about and had original members that specialized in certain things, right? And Jerson, in terms of the original members of Class A when you started, who were the original members when you started this DJ group in the mid-'80s?
Oh, back then it was Charles Noguera. He was one of the founding guys along with my brother Jay Andrade. And Charles had all his brothers in there, Alex, Eddie, Cisco, and Ray Noguera, along with Ron and Rick Dale, Joel Pangilinan, Walter Cruz, Phil Estepa, of course David Doane, Homer Aguinaldo, and yeah, it was a big group that we had.
It was about 15. We called it a crew. We called it a crew.
It's like fraternity.
Okay. Did each member have a specific job, or did everybody just kind of gravitate towards what they do best, or like what did you guys specialize in? Because there was a lot of you, and not everybody could do prints, right? So, so obviously we'll get to that later.
Or crazy enough to do it.
Yeah, or crazy enough to do it, but
I think in general everybody kind of found their role. Myself and Jerson, we became DJs as well as Alex Noguera. And then we also had Joe Rodriguez. He was our mix master. He would come in on occasion and cut up the turntables whenever the occasion rose for him to do that. But kind of everybody found their niche and stuff like that. So.
Right. So that was a total of about 8 members, 9 members? How many members was that?
Well, primarily we had around 8 to 10, but on occasion we can get up to 15 members there going in our so-called crew at the time. Back then there was obviously you threw the parties, right? And a lot of people gravitated towards those parties. Why do you think they were so popular? In our generation in the mid-'80s. Why do you think that? Well, I'll jump in there right quick.
Yeah,
for us, we were just kind of like we were all a group in a Filipino community,
right?
Looking for an outlet, and we found our outlet to be DJing at the time. It was up and coming, lots of things to do, and we started to promote our events, and people came out, and we started to have a big following. So that was led to our success in what we did. But most of the time, we would think it would be an outlet for us as a community.
No, I agree. No, what do you think about that, Jerson? Why were you guys so popular? Why was DJing and parties so popular back then? Because now
Well,
it's
I
not.
think you'd have to establish that following. I mean, we
Right.
started out small, just like any other DJ group, and
Right.
we didn't envision it when we started that it was going to be as big as it became. I mean, we're just guys, sitting around and hey, let's start a DJ group.
Right, right.
Literally, that's how it started. We didn't see we saw the need for just to have good parties, and we're a bunch of guys, so wanted to meet women. I mean, that
Yeah.
was pretty much the
So that was-
driving force behind that. So I mean, it started small, and we didn't realize it didn't become as big as it was. I mean, just doing house parties to get started, and then you built a reputation. Next thing you know, you have bigger organizations hiring you to do parties, and then
Corporate events,
corporate
and
events,
weddings,
or
and that sort of thing.
or even a lot of the Filipino clubs back in college, like Samahan, Dave, like
Pakakai,
SDU.
Southwestern
yeah,
College, alumni right here.
right. At Southwestern College, there was Dave was in that group. I mean, then he got hired by bigger organizations, and then I think the biggest break came when Miss Philippines pageant. That was big for us.
Oh yeah, that was like that every year thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that to
Did
us,
you do
we were
all
like,
those?
wow.
You did a few of those, or what?
No, we did.
Yeah, we kind of took off on the pageant path
Ah,
after
yeah,
a while.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because even the parents started to realize, hey, the kids liked to have this group, Class A, come out to their parties, and,
Right.
and then they would have more attendance at their pageants and such. So.
Yeah, well, definitely you had the kids coming together, for the beauty pageant and then the dancing afterwards. But I remember as being a big fan of Class A and some of the other groups like yours, I noticed that your music selection was always a little bit different. Do you guys remember doing that on purpose? Because it was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
back in the 80s, for those that remember back in the 80s, I mean, it was a time of, you had all sorts of varieties of groups coming up and types of music. I mean, you had freestyle music back then for all you old schoolers.
Right.
You had the 80s, new wave. You had, rap was just getting a foothold, the Rapper's Delight and things like that. You had something like freestyle with like Planet Rock and those kind of groups. And what we tried to do at all the gigs was try
Right.
to mix those all together, like just a whole variety. We weren't going to cater to just one genre. We were just going to mix all of them together and see. I think that's one thing we did different. That
Exactly.
we put an 80s song with, a freestyle song and mix back to a cha-cha song, like Culture
Yeah,
Club, and then
no,
we went to
I remember
Stevie B. And other groups were doing that, but we just I felt we had the formula because, we catered to a lot of different backgrounds because not everyone was listening to rap. Some people were listening to new wave.
Exactly,
whatever.
yeah.
So we just, you can't be everything to all of them, but you tried to. At least we did back then. And,
I remember going to some parties where it was only rap, right? The
Yeah.
whole vibe was rap, and so whenever you have a party and it's all rap, you attract also a different selection of people. You know what I'm saying? So yours was a very mixed and I remember it was a more
Yeah,
positive
very
crowd.
diverse.
Well, that was
You know?
that was our kind of our whole approach was that it was always music first. It wasn't about mixing or scratching or anything like
Exactly,
that. It was
yeah.
music first. We wanted to make sure that we catered the music that was popular music to all the crowds that were coming to the events. So like Jerson said, we'd start out with some rap or freestyle, throw it into the cha-cha, but we wouldn't leave out the alternative rock guys. We'd play some General Public or something like that.
Yeah, nobody did cha-cha. You guys were, I think, one of the first few people who actually, they're
Right.
playing cha-cha music. We want to hear scratching, but hey, they're playing cha-cha. So,
Yeah, and it wasn't just
you know.
basic cha-cha. We were doing all sorts of moves with the cha-cha, 4 ways and things of that nature.
Well, I think with the big group that we had, we could, go out there and actually dance with them. Like, say they didn't know how to cha-cha. Well, we had the Noguera brothers would
Oh,
go out
yeah.
there and teach them how to do it. So
that would be
we-
Cisco, Ray, Charles,
Yeah,
Ed, Alex.
yeah.
You
And,
gotta say all their names.
yeah. Well, I think I left. Wait.
Did I leave
did
one
leave
out?
David Batista out of the original. I did. Well, anyway, but David Batista was also part of that, and
Yeah.
Stepa. I didn't mention him either. But we had a big group. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a big group following us when we set up because it was like a fraternity. That's how I looked at it. I mean, I was a senior in high school, and some of the guys were in college already.
Right.
So it was like a frat. That's really how I looked at it. But it's a friendship that we still have even after 30-something years. I mean, we're still pretty close, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, also, we want to, I guess, take notes. Remember you, I think you sent a message to Charles. His brother is having, had a problem, right?
Yeah, he had a stroke not too long ago, so we sent our thoughts and prayers out to Eddie Nogueras, who's recovering right now.
So hopefully we
Yeah.
can say a prayer
If
for
anybody out there
Noguera.
knows Eddie, say a little prayer for him.
No doubt.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You spoke to him, or?
Yeah, we text. We tried to, kept in touch with him, and
Yeah.
he's doing better. I mean,
Well, that's good.
we're all going through some health issues, in our age.
Don't remind me about that. It's like I figured out the only way I can help myself is just to stop eating. You know?
Yeah, I myself, I'm one big health issue right now. So
Well,
Yeah,
you're-
Dave, he's he's battling some cancer, and we've been by him thick and thin, and he's doing great. He's looking good.
I appreciate everybody's support, but with this cancer stuff, you still got to live life to the best of your ability and the fullest.
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna have any more events like you had in the past regarding fundraising and that sort of thing?
We might have some coming up in the future here.
Okay.
I'm still a little bit touchy about fundraising for myself. I don't want people to look at me in the wrong way, and say, well, this guy's looking good, he's not dying on me and stuff like that. But we'll have some other opportunities to do that because I have so much support from so many people, and I know they love and care for me dearly, and they want to do whatever they can for me.
Well, all it is a Facebook event, and then people will go and
Yeah.
support you, and
Yeah.
maybe that's part of
Just
what's
create a
helping you
Facebook
out.
page,
You know.
and you're all good to go.
We were fortunate enough to have Keno from Big Mountain at our last event. And
Yeah.
Jerson-
I remember that,
Jerson
yeah.
started, he helped organize that, and that ended up being a really big fan favorite.
Yeah, that was cool to have Keno. I mean, it was like, wow, really? Keno,
I came later. Did they sing early? I wasn't there at the
Yeah,
start of it. He
they,
sang actually.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone knows Keno from Big Mountain, the reggae group, and
Right.
Baby I Love Your Way.
Right.
That was a big hit, and of course, that's the one song I was
So
to hear.
who invited? How did he get there? Like what?
Well, I had a mutual friend named Robert Navarro, if you're listening.
Oh.
Because they actually are good friends, and that's how Robert heard about David's event for the cancer. So he said, "Hey, I know Keno from Big Mountain." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Mhm.
And I kind of jokingly said, "Hey, get him to perform at David Doane's thing." And he goes, "No, I can make that happen." I'm like, "You can?" And he made it happen. I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh.
I was just joking, but he actually made it happen.
Is that like a really good buddy of his? I mean, he really knows him
Yeah,
quite well.
I guess he knows him pretty well, and it was amazing. I mean, the whole event was awesome, but to
Right.
have him, perform along with the Art Time band, we got to give them props. I mean,
Right.
They did a great job.
I mean, Keno himself,
Yeah.
he's a really good down to earth guy.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
still performing down in Rosarito. If anybody
Mhm.
can
Right.
catch him
Yeah.
down there, and some of the hotel venues down in Rosarito. So.
Yeah,
He was on his
super
way to
talented.
Rosarito actually that night, so we stopped down in Goodies in National City, which is one of our favorite hangouts,
Yeah,
and performed for us, and he then went down to Rosarito and finished his day.
Well, yeah, that's great, but and I'm hoping you can do that again. We'll make it a Facebook event and support it,
Mhm.
and get people down there. Probably maybe by summer. You're thinking something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so right when we get back, we're going to be talking about Class A, and I guess you call it the Class A heyday, mid '80s, community concourse, Southwestern College, and all the other things that you've done. So San Diego State.
UCSD,
Well,
UCLA.
Where else? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were also in Los
Yeah,
Angeles,
we did the
obviously.
college circuit. Yeah, we did
Ah.
a couple gigs at UC
Yeah.
Irvine, UCLA, and
Yeah,
We even did a road trip to Vegas for a wedding and such.
Yeah.
UC
trip to
Irvine.
Vegas. Yeah,
UC Irvine.
yeah, UC Anteaters.
Yeah,
Anteaters, I think.
I remember that because I remember we used to play a lot of basketball back then.
Yeah, with Rick Dale.
Rick Dale.
And Ron Linger. Rick Dale and...
Ron didn't play basketball.
No.
He wasn't near the court.
He was near the TV.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ron passed away back in...
It's almost 14 years
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It was like Cisco and Ray, and yeah, those are good days. Those are the days of we could eat whatever you want, drink big gulps, and not get fat.
Well,
Right?
Filipinos, rice is a everyday staple, but
Yeah.
talked to my doctor now, and basically rice turns straight into sugar, so that's a no-no.
Yeah, no, rice is okay when you're younger, I guess.
Oh man, I want to go to L&L too. All right.
L&L?
Never mind.
You ever tried Matua's?
Yeah.
Matua, the Chamorro place over there in
No, I didn't try it yet.
on West Chula Vista.
Right.
They have red rice there. Ray is the owner. He used to own Yokozuna's,
All
and
right.
then he opened up Matua's. It's pretty good.
I don't know if it's any better, but it's
You know,
just red.
I like the red rice over like the white rice for some reason because there's like a flavor to
Yeah,
it
yeah.
versus the white. It's just it's not really any flavor to it.
Yeah, that's great you brought that up because you're gonna treat for lunch after.
Oh yeah. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
Watch our Mighty Aztecs get a victory today.
Right, so.
What time's that game start?
It's at noon, so
Yeah.
Okay.
we're busy on the radio for the first part, but we're going to catch the second half. Any basketball game, the
Right.
best part is the last 5 minutes there.
Okay, so when we come back, we'll talk about the success of Class A, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Isn't that easy? After a while, it gets easy, right? You just,
We can come here all the time and just
yeah.
Dog.
Oh, we're
It's
just
easy,
chatting,
right?
That's how I'm thinking. We're just like we were talking in the green room. I mean,
Right.
really,
No, we'll talk about anything.
You guys can hear now?
I can hear fine.
I can.
Yeah, what happened? What happened? I could. Did they mess with the
maybe
That's
your
what I'm
volume
thinking,
was
but
up.
I don't know why they would do that.
Well, like when
they
they were
leave.
leaving, did they?
Yeah. I
Why
don't
are they
see
even
why they
touching that
would.
thing? I couldn't
I
even
don't
hear
see why they would.
myself.
At first, I was hearing.
Ugh. If anything, if that happens, you could take them off. You can hear each other in the room, so.
Oh, did you take?
We're DJs. This
Oh,
is
take
how
their
we
pics.
usually are
Did you
with
did you
the
take their
folder
pics?
runner.
No, I didn't want to get in front of
Take
it.
their
But
pics
yeah,
with
let's
that
take
when their
some.
headphones
Actually,
are
I
on.
wanted
I'll
to
do
put it,
some.
I want to put it like this. So I can,
I'll do some action ones too while you guys are. I'll get some right now too. With the ESPN in the back.
Engine Store 32016 must be 18 or older. Subject to official rules at mvpmoment.com. Board your place.
Vince, real quick, could you send that last file?
Whatever you got, just use.
Okay.
You have 3 files or 4?
I've got 3.
I thought I sent it, but
Okay.
that's okay. Just
No worries.
I might have sent it, but yeah, it should be there. But if not, then it's okay. It's too late. Oh, when you go later, can I have some more water? Cause I have
Here.
this coffee. Is it 1 minute you just posted?
30.
oh, I'll add it.
Perfect.
Ooh, good.
Thank you.
How long is the commercial for? Like,
Couple minutes.
1 minute. 1 minute.
oh, is that what?
Lose their validity the day after the election. So keep informed and renew your vote. National Electoral
Yeah,
Commission.
these are nice mics.
IND.
Everything smells good.
Oh no.
Is your mic okay?
I'm loving this music, Vince.
And we're back. This is Vincent Villafranca, keeping it real estate, AM 1700 ESPN. I'm sitting here with Class A, David Doanes and Jerson Andrade. And the other members weren't able to make it today, but we're having a really good time today. And we're going to be talking about Class A again and how successful they were and why and what was needed back then by the community and what brought them to their success. I have a question, David, regarding DJ styles. Because
Right.
there are different styles. What motivated you personally and what's a part of the style that you brought out to people, and why do you think it made it so popular
Well,
back then?
like I said before, it was basically our approach was the music. Music approach was number one. Different styles of music, not just one type of music. Our formula was, hey, we may play 3 songs in one type of genre, and then we'll mix to another type of genre and play another 3 songs. But we always kept the people engaged. We didn't do so much mixing and scratching and things of that nature.
I remember that you didn't
because
do that.
It was like a full-length song that we would play.
Right.
A lot of times nowadays, they do some power mixing and they cut the songs short to 1 minute, and so your event, 1 minute's gone. But we really gave the people a chance to get into the song, and so we played full length songs. We just did some crossfading and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, it was basically the music that kept everybody engaged in the dancing.
Yeah, into the dancing, because I know, remember some parties back then, all they did was try to scratch and do that stuff, because you can't really engage with the music. You just got to sit there and listen to it.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't getting people off the ground or the couches to dance.
Right.
So what you did made people engage in what you were doing, though.
Right.
That's why you're so popular.
Yeah, it wasn't really about us. It was about the music and the crowd enjoying the music. Until of course we started doing the performances and stuff as part of our repertoire.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for sure. But I remember, Jerson, we were at the meeting a few weeks ago, and you were talking about like what the time you thought, well, hey, we made it, you know. Remember you were saying, I think it was at the community concourse, and you said you saw your name up there in Class A, and what did that make you feel? How'd you feel back then?
It was like it's like a dream come true, you know, because we've done so many gigs. We're at the height of our popularity, and then
This is about 86, right?
Yeah, something like that, mid '80s, not a long time ago. But what really did it for me is when I saw her name on the marquee down.
Was it your name or Class A? Was it
no,
Jerson?
not my name. No, it was,
Jerson
it was a
Andrade.
I remember it. I still see it in my mind.
Yeah.
It says Class A Sound Productions, New Year's Eve,
Right.
19 whatever.
I think it was 86, yeah.
1986, yeah.
But to see that on the marquee down at the old community concourse, you know, that copper room, that
Right.
for you guys that remember that, I think it's still there.
Yeah.
But to see that, and then we hired a searchlight, you know, and we really made it a spectacular event. And to see that, I just thought, wow.
Wait,
we
a
really
searchlight like the one that goes
Yeah.
like in
Yeah.
Hollywood?
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, I
Like a Hollywood premiere.
I actually saw it in
Exactly.
National City while I was driving by. Then I said, "Hey, that would be great for our New Year," because the New Year's Eve thing was coming up in
Right,
a few weeks.
right.
So I went to the truck and said, "Hey, how much do you charge to?" So I told him about our event and said, "Yeah, I can do it." So just to add to the
No, that's cool.
yeah.
You know?
It was like, hey, that would just be like the icing on the cake to have a searchlight, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Name up in the marquee.
Yeah, for us it was a place to be. So
Yeah, it was just to make it
drew the attention.
a spectacular. Yeah,
Ah.
a spectacular event. Like you don't want to be anywhere else.
You could have took it one step further and did a red carpet. Have people walking down.
Well, back
get
in
a,
the days, I don't think they did the red carpet back in those days too much.
they could have got out of their Honda Civics and
Exactly.
walked
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the front door.
we couldn't afford it.
Yeah,
Back in
you-
those days, it was
you
a
just,
straw mat.
you just
so-
changed the
Yeah.
vehicle, straw
Yeah.
mat or Honda Civic or
Right.
Yeah.
or Cutlass Supreme, your dad's little car. But
Yeah,
How'd you know my dad
Truck
had a Cutlass
Acura.
Supreme?
I had a Cutlass Supreme.
Alright.
I drove it. It was a 4-door.
My dad was an Oldsmobile fan in general.
Oldsmobile 4-door. Yeah, I think it was. We had painted it red. My mom bought it red, and then my brother painted it black. And then when I took it over, I painted it brown. So it's been like multiple colors. And
Yeah. I wish I had my Cutlass Supreme right now. So it was a nice car.
yeah, me too. Regarding say Southwestern College Party, specifically Southwestern College, right? Those are sponsored with the Filipino club there, or was it
Just
just?
Pakaka Isa was the club back then.
Yeah, Dave was.
I was the president for, I think, 2 years.
What year were you president?
I don't know. I don't remember. My memory is.
84?
It's got to be 84, 85.
With Marlon
Ah.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Got a shout out to Marlon there, and who else was in
Benji
there?
Lapid was there
Benji
right
Lapid.
after.
Yes.
He was, yeah.
Benji Lapid fame, he was president also.
Yeah, shout out to his restaurant,
Yeah.
Halton Red in Chula Vista.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is that I on my Facebook I there's a Paka Kaisa Facebook page, and then I liked it, and I'm looking at all the posts from there because I graduated from there. That's one of the schools I went from. But it's kind of cool because they're still they disappeared for a while,
Right.
and all of a sudden they came back and they're doing a lot of things for the Filipino community out there in
Right.
Chula Vista. So it's
That's
pretty
good.
cool actually.
What's crazy is my son Cameron's gonna go there.
Oh, Southwestern. Oh, nice. He's gonna go there for a couple of years and do what he's.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's actually a smart move. You
But
can
it
save a lot
just,
of money.
you know, just
Back in those
made me
days.
feel old. You know,
Oh yeah.
my
Well,
son's like-
well, unfortunately, we're kind of like I just turned 50, and you're 51.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway.
Oh, 50.
I'm the old guy here.
50.
53. So.
When do you turn 54? This year?
In May. May 2nd, if anybody wants
Ah.
to, give any presents.
Oh yeah, goodies.
There you go.
So
I like
Southwest,
gift cards.
Southwestern College. So I remember you guys were there, and you did your Prince thing there. Well, you guys, if you weren't back here in the 80s, Jerson used to do a performance where he would, I guess he would do the whole Prince thing, dress up like it, and you would actually sing, right? You weren't lip-syncing, you were actually
No,
singing.
I was actually singing it, but since
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
have the instrumental back then, it was just, you know.
Sing over the top.
You were like
Yeah,
live
yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember I was watching. I was like, "Who is that guy?" And then he was doing the thing. I
That
go,
crazy guy. Yeah.
No,
for all,
but-
for all you fans out there, it's a circa Purple Rain times there.
Yeah.
"Did you sing When Doves?" What did you sing? Which song? Was it a couple songs or?
That's probably When Doves Cry and
Ah.
Darling Nikki. That was another.
No,
Those
no.
are popular.
Yeah, those are
with the ladies especially.
what?
I mean, that like Dave said, that was the rise of Prince and Purple Rain. I mean,
Yeah.
he had 1999 for all you Prince fans out there. I mean,
Sure,
he was
sure.
popular before then, but when Purple Rain, the movie and the soundtrack,
Along
That's
with the
what-
movie, yeah. It
that's
came
what put
across.
it- I mean,
Apollonia.
he was on top. I mean, he was more popular than Michael, Madonna, anyone at that time. This is about 84 or so.
I remember 80. Was it 82? Was Thriller came out? Was that Thriller in 82?
82,
Around that time, yeah.
83, yeah.
And then 84, 85 was the whole Prince thing.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that were like trying to resist it. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Michael. I don't like Prince. No, I don't like it. I don't like what he's
And
wearing.
You wore the skinny tie too, right?
Oh yeah, I did all that. No, I'm just kidding. But I was one of those people that were trying to resist it, but then you couldn't because he was so talented. Didn't he play all his instruments, or like almost all of them? Like
23. That's right. And like his albums always say, written, produced, arranged, and performed by Prince.
You
I mean,
can't
the
deny
guy's-
that.
the guy's a musical
Right.
genius.
No,
I mean, some
yeah.
people hate him, but no, he's a talented dude. Literally.
yeah, he's about 5'3", something like that. 5.
Yeah, that's why Jerson was perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerson was the tall version of Prince.
Vertically challenged
He
myself.
was-
So, impersonating Prince was
But
thing.
I think though because of that, because say when the other look at the other DJ groups back then, there were a few, and they're in the top of my head, but I just don't want to say their names. Nobody did that. No one did that
I don't
Prince
think
thing.
any of those groups were crazy enough to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? No, nobody did. You guys
Yeah.
you were the only one. Jerson Andrade was the only one
Well, it was me and the
guy
crew
to,
in the classic.
to sing like Prince and
Yeah, he
have a
had the
following
lead
and
and
do
everybody else
cha-cha.
was
Yeah, yeah.
background, and we had dance moves and stuff. We
Yeah.
practiced in
Yeah.
the garage.
All the
and,
Noguera brothers,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dave, and everyone would just join in. Mark Barnes, I forgot to give you a shout out, all the way from Seattle.
Oh, it's,
And,
yeah.
we would just, it really was just having a good time, and that was the bottom line, I'd dress up like Prince, go in there, and the guys would all, and we'd get the crowd engaged, because it was different. I mean, it
Right.
wasn't just someone back there spinning, which we could do,
Right.
but it was like a different kind of entertainment, like you didn't see anyone.
It was entertainment is what it was.
Yeah.
Definitely it was
Break out
entertainment.
in a
Yeah.
Prince outfit. I mean, we shocked people, I think, at first. It's kind of like, we just, everyone's like, what the,
I remember I saw you at the Navy Exchange, Jerson, during the Prince thing when you were doing that, and then
my
'cause-
eyeliner on.
yeah, check it out, man. Your dad was a really good friend of mine. I guess they were part of the Filipino American community in National City, the groups for that generation of Filipinos.
So if you call him Uncle or Bert.
Oh, I called him uncle, whatever. And then I saw you from distance, and I go, oh, that's I did this Prince. I go, look, man, he's in Prince mode. you had the hair, you were a little bit, but you were like, man, he's Prince at Navy Exchange too.
Oh, my hair. My hair was long. I mean, it was,
That was
well,
fun.
that
That
eyeliner,
was fun.
That eyeliner took a while to get off.
oh, damn. Man. It was crazy. I don't know how women put on makeup all the time with eyeliner and all that, but that was crazy. Hair was super long.
No, that was
That was crazy.
that was really
Tons
fun.
of gel.
Did you guys do any other performances back then other than the Prince? I don't remember.
Well,
I
actually,
don't recall.
Jerson and I, we both did Somebody's Watching You by Rockwell. I was
Oh, you did.
Rockwell, and
You did.
Jerson was Michael Jackson.
Oh.
So that was one of the performances both of us did at the time.
Yeah.
Was that sort of after the Prince thing? That was,
Yes, that was after the Prince thing.
That was before, wasn't it?
Was it? No, I think it was after.
That was fun. That was over
Yeah, I think that was
at
after.
We
Yeah.
broke that out at the
Masonic Temple.
Masonic Temple. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Which we did a lot of gigs at Masonic Temple. It's also called the Scottish Rite Temple. I mean, that was kind of the hangout back in the day in Mission Valley for all you that remember. It's still there.
I remember I was there at a Masonic Temple dance with Lloyd Ocampo. Remember Lloyd?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was there.
Love Lloyd.
I don't know if he's listening, but Lloyd and some of the other guys, it was, we did did what we did back then.
Right.
So that was always really
Up to
fun.
no good.
No, up to no good. Yeah, Lloyd's a bishop now. Did you see him on He's a
Oh, I
bishop.
did not know that.
They call him Bishop Ocapo, I think. So if you're listening, Bishop,
Welcome, shout out there.
peace out. He's a bishop. But now regarding the SDSU parties, those were like sponsored by ABC Samahan.
Yeah,
is that right?
ABC
That's right.
somehow.
I remember those. You go through that little, you'd walk through and then you'd make a right, and it was that little area there, and people used to break dance and all that stuff. And but that was always fun too.
That area is totally gone now. It's all been renovated. So
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that the new parking structure? Or was it? Remember, there's a new parking structure now. Was it? Did they
the
remove
parking
that?
structure is across the street, but they renovated that whole area,
Oh.
so it's torn down. It's it used to be called Aztec Center,
Yeah.
so now it's a whole big.
I remember that was sort of the hub, because us being South Bay guys, right? SDSU was the hub where the Mira Mesa guys used to come down, and then we would kind of get together, and that's how we met those guys, or sort of.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Because it was
what,
still central.
well, what was cool about,
Yeah.
like you just brought that up about, meeting different people. I
Right.
think we had attracted not only the South Bay, that's where we're all
Mhm.
from, but the North County as well. So
Right.
we,
That was neutral. SDSU was neutral.
so I mean, people came from all over to come to our gigs, and that was cool because we kind of brought them all together and
Yeah.
just partied,
And it was a friendly environment. The music was mixed, and it was more about dancing than scratching and rapping. But that's what was so fun about that time, and
Right.
that's why I think you guys were so popular with everybody, not just South Bay people or North County. You were very
Plus, we were
popular.
pretty cool dudes.
Yeah, pretty cool,
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool
mean,
dudes.
And we were all kind of just average Joes,
Yeah.
Even nowadays, when people say, "Oh, I remember those days," we don't really comprehend that. We just think, okay, we're just regular
Mm.
guys,
Try
and
to
to hear
stay
people
humble
were
about
actually
it.
fans, was
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, like if you want to separate a regular guy from a not regular guy, all it is, it takes the courage to do something that no one's doing.
Right.
And that's what you guys did. That's what Prince did. That's what Jerson did. And it kind of made him like, he was Jerson back then was a very popular guy back then because no one does that. He's a good looking dude. He's doing Prince and man, hey, that's Jerson. I know that guy. I know he was a very popular guy back then.
Did you say it was?
Well, yeah, he still is a popular guy. Both, but we're just going back in time. We're not talking. We'll talk about the future.
This show's only an
Soon.
hour, right?
Yeah.
We could talk about 2 hours about that stuff. But
2 hours.
yeah, we can. I think we're going till about 1 o'clock today. But But yes. So when we come back, we're gonna talk about life after Class A. What are these guys doing now? They're still DJing. They have a photo booth. They have a lot of good things going. So we'll be right back in a few minutes then. Okay.
It's kind of racing by there.
What's that?
It's kind of racing by.
It's fast, isn't it? After a while, but you start getting into the groove of it.
I'd like to know if anybody's listening.
I'm sure.
Well, I've been in the studio before a long time ago.
I'm sure people
and
are listening.
it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
Because, oh man.
It's all set up here. We're all good here,
Yeah. I just
and
went
we're recording there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm making a YouTube. Oh, it's still recording. I'm making a YouTube
Oh,
video,
I better not cuss that.
and then you can cuss now because it's only on my YouTube video.
Just
So it
beep.
doesn't matter. You
Beep
can
it
cuss
out.
now. But it's a little YouTube video, and then I'm gonna put it on Facebook. So right now, this is still recording,
Right.
so they'll see this. So what we're doing now,